let's see what it do.
On this episode of Staples InTents, Frank goes four-wheeling. So we had some food on our bellies. The morning was beautiful. The sun was out. We figured we'd get out, check out the countryside, see what Trey Mountain had to offer, take some good photos, do a few selfies, enjoy each other's company, because that's what it's all about anyway.
It doesn't look that big from the car. I mean, that big from the car, but it's like a nice little ditch. So Dakota's gonna drive around again and let's see what it looks like from the outside of the car.
At this point in the trip, this seemed like a mountain to us, but little did we know it was a nice little starter hill to get our feet wet with this whole off-roading thing.
I think that was rather non-eventful. I do. My personal Uber. What I owe you?
A little bit of leg.
Look at this. Nice little mud puddle. I was impressed. I didn't think it was that deep.
So Sonya's really about to do some real four-wheel driving. I've been worried about her driving experience, but you gotta let her get it how she get it, and brought Frank to learn and play. So here she goes. Gonna come down through here. This thing is pretty deep, and she's just gonna keep bringing it on around.
Clearly, Dakota didn't think I could drive, but to be perfectly honest, I was a little afraid. As you can see, I didn't want to drive into the mud. I didn't want to get stuck.
Still ain't really found anything that Frank ain't been able to really take on. So, but it's been fun doing it.
I think this goes without saying, but we were just a little overconfident. So, just a few minutes later, guess what happened?
Okay, so take two or like 10. And you got like 4 feet before you hit that tree.
Before we got into that mess, we should have got out and checked the depth and softness of the mud. Clearly a mistake. So we're clearly stuck and we have no clue what to do. It seemed like it took forever, but about 30 minutes later, we heard a car coming.
So we just met Casey. Casey's gonna try to help us out.
Fortunately, we had some tow rope and Frank, so we were able to hook up to Casey's Jeep, and he was able to pull us out.
No!
Sorry, you guys.
A little more.
The video is bad. I was so focused on what was happening with the trucks that I was filming the ground. Next time, we'll drive with a friend so we have someone to pull us out.
Frank took an L.
That's actually the second L for the weekend. So the first one wasn't due to four-wheel driving. But hey, this is the mud hole we got stuck in. When we started to go through it, it didn't look this bad. But now it looks like, why would someone even try to drive through this? All these sticks here, you can't even hardly see them, but it's probably like 50 sticks.
We put a forest.
We put a forest in this hole, trying to be the engineers that we are and get some traction. You can see there's one big stick up there where we essentially broke trees. And there's another part of the tree that we broke there. But
mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made. The theme of this trip.
We don't call this car Frank the Tank for anything. It got out the mud hole. Yes, it's a little muddy, but hey, it's our camping truck. We shouldn't expect anything less. I promise you, we did not see this sign before we started. Now that we've recovered from that, off to the next mud hole.
This is the tough part of the trail that we've seen a lot of Jeeps sort of struggle with. And we're gonna try to bring Frank down through it. It's pretty deep. It's pretty deep.
A few moments later, we ran across someone in a Jeep Wrangler, kind of struggling to get up the hill. So we were just patient, watched her, and gave her some time and space to maneuver up the hill.
You think I should look at anything to see why it's smoking? It might have been the tires because I kept spinning and spinning.
Well, it smelled like something other than tires. It seems like it's not now. Do you have any lights coming out of there,
It's a cruiser.
The next vehicle behind the Wrangler was a Land Cruiser. This is the exact same model that Nakota and I have, and it went up this hill with no problem. It made us feel very confident about the truck that we bought. As you guys can see, this is another Toyota Land Cruiser, and it's the same model truck as ours. They have put a snorkel on it, and they have a winch on the front. If we had this would have worked wonders when we were stuck earlier. So I guess we're gonna get out and chat with them for a second. We're following Bill, and he's from Georgia Cruisers. He's given us some really good pointers so far, and I feel a little more comfortable. One of the things they say when you four-wheel drive or when you go off-roading is that you should really ride with someone. That way, if you get stuck, you have someone to get you out.
Bill's been with Georgia Cruisers for a while. He's got a 5-inch lift, snorkel, winch, and bumper. He's a really experienced four-wheel driver, so he's sort of guiding us through and helping us bust our cherry.
We're busting our off-road cherry. Oh, it's like a roller coaster. It's kind of
Have to admit, if you got a 4x4, you want to try it out. This was one of those opportunities. We didn't pass one mud hole that we didn't try to run Frank through. It was pretty cool. The four-wheel drive worked really well, but I think it just really gave us a false sense of security about what its capabilities are. Although you can four-wheel all over the place, one thing is true. It will get stuck if you don't know what you're doing. And we did not know.
I'm sorry, Frank.
Thanks for watching.
And click the subscribe button below.